Recording in progress. What's up, bud?
Record in progress.
That's what I just said. Recording in progress.
Hey, dude.
Hey, bud.
Long time no chat,
No.
unless it involves XRP.
Well, what else is there to talk about right now?
All kinds of.
I'm just happy that crypto is finally pumping so I can quit dumping money into it. Like during that dip, I couldn't help myself.
It took, yeah. If you got some money that you that you're sitting on, you know you want to spend it, but you don't know what to spend it on. It was hard not to put any money in any more money into crypto, especially it hit like 50 cents for XRP. That's such a deal.
What's up?
What up? I've been buying, like, I haven't bought any XRP recently at all. So I have quite a few coins, so I kind of want to put more eggs in more baskets.
Yes.
But my ADA is doing really well, and Bitcoin Cash is doing okay. My XLM has been the absolute biggest fail so far.
I told you guys I sold all my XLM. It's gone.
I want
One
to,
more.
but like I don't want to. I needed to just get back up so I can at least break even. I don't want to sell yet.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh shit. How many do you have?
1,000 something.
You disclose that information on here?
I don't know. It might not be a good idea.
I still got 1,700 of XLM.
Are you in the hole from it right now?
I don't know. I picked quite a few up on the dip, actually.
I have 1,000, so I didn't really see the point in buying anymore. I did get AMP just because I went on the tradable assets and I looked for the cheapest, and it's some Ethereum token. But I put $50 in and Ethereum. Where the hell is it called? Ethereum. I don't have any Ethereum, so I don't give a fuck about it. But it was like 5 cents, so I put in $50 and got 800 of them. So
it's looking real good right now.
Yeah, so it's like whatever.
I hit 12 cents. I went over since, so like after the big run, I started really obviously paying attention a lot more, and that's why I've been telling you guys, paid attention more since that bull run than I ever had before that. And so I'm like picking up like what people are saying, what these experts are saying, and like AMP is connected with Amazon. It will be connected with Amazon.
Nice.
So I heard that and I put that, and so now AMP is on my radar. And so I'm kind of looking at it as like, if you look at if you look at the charts, what some of these are doing, like Polygon, AMP, Matic, or no, Polygon and Matic are the same. VeChain, some of these other altcoins that are in ADA and Cardano's went the same way. This is their first time they've ever pumped. And so it looks just like XRP from 2017, where they had like a parabolic rise. And then I would expect that they'd come all the way crashing back down like XRP did too, or like all the other markets did too. So I have these ones that are on my radar that I'm waiting to get in like 2 years in the mid bear cycle. And AMP is one of them. Because
I think the average that
I heard they were connected with Amazon.
I think the average that BCB said was like 95% when he did the calculations for it.
Crash.
But it's pretty much everybody. Everybody goes about 95% down.
From what though?
95?
The high that it
from
said?
From their high. Yeah, from their high of the bull cycle to the bottom of the bear cycle is like 95% total.
So you can kind of use that math to see where the bottom is and then buy.
Yeah. So I would expect anywhere between 80 to 95% probably on all of them. So that I would use that as like a key marker to understand like when to buy back in.
Yeah,
it's a good day today though.
So I'm gonna take all my XRP earnings and divide it by 20% 5 ways, and then shuttle it around. And so one of that 20% is going into all these other alts that I think are gonna do well. One of those is AMP. One of those is VeChain. One of those is ADA. I don't have enough ADA. I only have 100 ADA.
I have 450. I want more.
You guys
Yeah,
have algo?
Yeah, I have 250.
Algo's the other one. Yeah, Algo, XLM, and XRP are all kind of like they all kind of get talked about together.
I got
Right.
Algo like
Algo-
a close.
Algo seems pretty promising, and I think you can stake it on Coinbase and get decent rewards on Coinbase, and
Yeah.
they pay out daily
Well,
too.
it like does a reoccurring thing, but you barely get shit with what I have. I have 250.
So,
I'll get I'll get decimals of algo a day, but
yeah,
after,
okay.
yeah, 4%. After so long, it'll
Do you get 4% a day though, or is it
No,
like 4% APY divided by 365?
I don't.
It's APY, but I don't know what that means.
So that's annual percentage yield. So that's over a year span. So I guess that 4%, I guess divide that by 365, I guess, for 365 days. Whatever that would be. And then you get that percentage each day. But because you're constantly gaining value, it takes every day is like a new number to start with, essentially. So if you have a significant amount, it will make a difference. Because I mean, I don't even know what that calculation would be, but I mean, 4% over a year is not bad. It's a lot better than $1. You're losing money right now, so it's better to have that 4% than keep it in a bank.
That's one I'm going to be pulling a trigger on in the bear market.
Get some more nodes. We're gonna do. There's so many like cryptos with nodes that we can do.
I need to watch the video you sent on nodes because I still don't understand it.
They help run a network. So like Ethereum network, you can run it with nodes, and they essentially do the transactions that are happening. I think Ethereum might be a bad example, but there's different like little like I guess businesses within the Ethereum network that will use those nodes as like they're running to help the run. But
How do they choose
really
yours? How do they choose your node?
everybody works together. It's just like
That's why it's
all
decent.
working. It has to have, I think for strong, I think it has to have like 10 nodes. It has to be approved by 10 nodes, like your transaction. So imagine like once the network starts to get busy, it needs more nodes and it'll be faster essentially. So like the more nodes you have, the more you get to choose from, the more transactions can happen, the faster they can happen.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna send you my money and let you send my nodes up for me.
Can I do that too?
It'll cost you 1 node each.
Oh, that's a lot.
That is a lot.
Make
Come
that
on.
back in 100 days.
Damn, dude. Taxing us. I thought we were homies.
I mean, all right, I'll do the first one for free.
So how much work is it to set one up? What's
It's
like
not that bad.
Okay.
You can
Okay,
figure it out.
It doesn't sound hard, honestly.
No, once you understand and you can get used to it, it's literally like the fact that I have to buy something on Coinbase, XLM, and then I send it to KuCoin. So I send XLM to KuCoin. So now my XLM's on KuCoin. I trade it for USDT because it's a stable coin. I can trade USDT for anything. So now I have USDT. And I take that USDT and I buy Strong with it. Okay. So I've only made like 3 steps so far. And I buy that Strong. I take that Strong.
BitTrue? Is Strong not on BitTrue?
It is, but it's not really liquid. There's not that many people selling it on BitTrue. So that's why I originally bought it on BitTrue. But when I was trying to buy it, there wasn't that many available to buy. So I went to KuCoin and they had a lot more on there.
Okay.
That seems to be one of the exchanges that a lot of people are using.
How many fucking apps are there?
A lot. But it's really
like, I don't
not
like.
bad.
Yeah. Okay.
I get it. Yeah. I
Keep
don't
going.
want to keep doing it either, but if it's gonna make me money. So I'm on KuCoin, I got my Strong, and I take my Strong and I send it to my MetaMask wallet, which is a Chrome extension. So it allows you to use crypto on Chrome, essentially.
On like Google Chrome?
Yeah. Google Chrome. So it's a Google Chrome extension you download, and that gives you it's a wallet. So you have I want to say 8 words that are your passcode in case you ever like lose. When I said lose the password, you forget it, you can use your passcode to get in there. Does that make sense? Like it's
That's
literally
the
they give you
passcode.
8 words or 12 words and that's it. And if you lose those, you're screwed.
What are your
But-
What are your 12 words?
Fuck off. First 2.
That's 2.
And that's it.
You got 10 more, bud.
So I did that. So now they're in my MetaMask wallet. You have to have Ethereum too, because you have to use Ethereum for fees, because there are fees within the network to send from different places. But it's only when you get to your MetaMask wallet that you actually need the Ethereum for the fees. So the only part after that is you go onto Strongblocks website and you create the nodes on their website. And so you got their website and then you got your Chrome browser at the top. And then you click on your MetaMask and you go to create your node and then you accept it through your MetaMask. And then that will take a little bit of time to do that, maybe 10, 30 minutes at most, really, to create your node. But because you're taking it from your MetaMask and you're putting it on the Strong block website for their nodes, you have to pay that gas fee because that's like a transfer fee to run the network. So if you were
Is
using,
that what you're paying the Ethereum with?
yes,
The gas fee?
that's what you have Ethereum for, is the gas fee, and that gas fee goes to miners, I believe. So if you're an Ethereum miner and you're running transaction on the network, so that's almost like essentially what a node is what the gas fee is paying for, like an Ethereum node per se.
So you're just being like the middleman to pay the gas fee for the transaction.
Yes. I have both. I have the gas. I have to pay the fee. You have to pay the fee. But I take my 10 strong and I turn them into a node. I pay the fee and it uploads and it's going.
I mean,
Yeah.
I followed you, but I don't know what like.
It's one of those things where you kind of have to do it and
Do
then
it.
you understand. Yeah, you
I
do it
mean,
and you understand.
When you were trying to explain to me how to use BitTrue and how to get my XRP onto BitTrue, I was confused. But then I called
Very
you
similar.
and then it worked. But that seemed a lot simpler, I think. Maybe
No.
there's just a few extra steps in this, but
Yeah.
I mean now the BitTrue thing is easy. But I do no, one thing, so that'll happen for me in the bear market, that's for sure. We can come back to that, but I
That
also
would be a
am
good
concerned
time
about,
to do it.
yeah, I'm also concerned about the government, so there's going to be regulation here pretty soon. So the government's going to come after exchanges. And so one of the things that I wanted to ask you about, Bluff, is what device do you use to get your crypto off of the exchange into your possession?
I think eventually I'm just going to have to transfer it back to Coinbase. So it's going to be a similar step involved as getting the strong on and creating the nodes as it's getting it off. So
no, not nodes and stuff. I'm just like my XRP, the Bitcoin Cash, all the other stuff, like getting it off. Don't you have like a flash drive or something that you put all your stuff on?
Yeah. What?
not all of it, but my XRP is on there. Yes.
Is it a special flash drive? What is
Yeah.
It's called something.
A Ledger.
Ledger.
Ledger
We can ask
Nano.
you about ledgers.
I just bought it. Their
Where?
website.
So you just
You-
plug it in your computer like a USB drive?
No, you don't even need to plug in the computer. It just needs to turn
Okay.
on, and then there's an app for it, so you can do the app on your phone.
Oh.
Amazing. Is that just extra security of having it? Like if something goes wrong?
Yes. So if you keep your crypto on exchanges, the crypto is essentially owned by the exchange. Like you don't have the keys to that crypto. I don't know if you guys seen like the phrase "not your keys, not your crypto."
Uh-uh.
But essentially, so if you don't have your security keys for your crypto, which is what wallets do, and that's what MetaMask is, it has that 12-word seed phrase, the security key. That's keeps it secret. If you don't have your keys and you keep your crypto on exchange, exchanges can be hacked. So like what I sent you yesterday, I think it was with Poly Network, got hacked, and there was like $650 million dollars worth of crypto that got hacked and stolen. It's because it was on an exchange. So that's the bigger risk is leaving it on an exchange, is not taking it off and holding it for yourself. So it's called like cold storage, essentially. So I take it offline, and it's now my XRP is in that little USB.
So, but when you pull up Coinbase, is it there?
No,
But if you buy more, it just transfers immediately.
no, I'd have to transfer it. It has an address and everything.
So then there's an app. So instead of basically checking your current funds with the Coinbase app, you just get on this Ledger app and it shows you where you're at with the market.
Correct.
Okay. How much
You can't
was
buy
that?
and sell- You can't buy and sell from it. You just transfer. It's
You
just a,
can buy and sell, but there's only certain exchanges that will do it with that app, with Ledger Live specific.
which
It was
one?
like $100, I want to say.
100?
Yeah, I think it was 100.
Where did you get it?
I would go directly to their website. You don't ever want to buy one from
Who was
somebody
there?
else.
Who is there?
Ledger Live.
Ledger Live.
Yeah, I believe. I think. Let me look at it.
You can't be in here being dick.
But don't buy one from somebody else because they could have your keys, essentially. So they have your keys and then they send it to you, and then you put all your stuff on there, and then they can hack you.
Who would I buy from?
Well, I'm saying like Amazon or eBay or something like that.
Oh, no, yeah, that seems like it should go without being said.
Yes, but no.
It's amazing what people get tricked by.
Yeah, it's easy.
Ledger Live, huh?
Ledger.com.
Ledger.com.
And I
You
bought the Bluetooth one. So I guess there is a non-Bluetooth one where you would have to plug it into your computer.
Ledger.com. Okay. Yeah, so they did pass the infrastructure bill, but I don't know if they got rid of that amendment for crypto or not.
The amendment, yes, they didn't approve the amendment. So the original bill went through.
So
okay.
The amendment was to allow them to there was like no privacy in crypto anymore. So
Yes.
so they got rid of that, right?
Somewhat.
Yeah.
They're trying to.
So can that stuff like even though it got passed, they can still.
I
No.
think it can still be changed.
Yeah.
There's a lot that's wrong with it, so I don't think it will go through all the way. But did you see what you have Twitter, Dan?
No.
BCB posted something on Twitter yesterday, and he listed like 5 different instances of FUD. So fear, uncertainty, and doubt.
I saw that.
And I don't know, I might have sent it to you guys actually.
He did.
Let me look it up real quick.
It was like
But essentially the gist of it.
China. There was I remember seeing it. I don't know what they are.
So all right, so he says since May, so we were riding pretty high in February, and then we crashed, and we've been crashing ever since. And now we're kind of coming back out. So since May, we have enjoyed the following fear, uncertainty, and doubt with these narratives. Elon Musk. So when he was trying to when he said Bitcoin, they weren't gonna sell Bitcoin or whatever with Tesla, all that kind of stuff. So that's fear, uncertainty, doubt. That's FUD on Bitcoin. China banned mining. So that's another one. Tether, there's been multiple lawsuits against Tether recently. Grayscale Bitcoin unlocked, which that happened like I think 3 weeks ago, something like that. But they were saying, Grayscale is going to unlock all this Bitcoin that could just flood the market and flood it and bring the price down because everybody would be selling essentially. And then the 5th one was U.S. government regulatory uncertainty, which was what just happened essentially. And he said, funny how that didn't happen at higher prices. So they're trying to scare everybody out of the market essentially at lower prices. So they're buying in, scaring everybody out of the market, trying to buy up more. So that's why it's the market psychology behind it all, essentially.
Yeah.
It's like we have all this FUD coming in, scaring everybody out, sell, while all these big institutions are buying.
Yeah, if you're not informed in any of this shit, like you're gonna get fully taken advantage of. 100%.
Oh, yeah.
I think selling is so stupid. Like anyone that sells during a crash is an idiot. Like when on a single graph have you not seen it come back up?
Right.
I mean, like
Yeah,
things
right.
crash and they die off, but that's very rare. Typically, it comes back up.
It's such a simple concept. And all you got to do is hear like two different quotes, right? Buy when the streets are red, even if it's your own blood, and do the opposite of what they say.
Yeah, essentially.
If they say be fearful, be greedy, right? If they're being
Right.
greedy, be fearful. Like you just have to live by those two things, and you can honestly be successful in trading.
You really could, but
Especially-
it's emotion, and then it's just like the media. It's the media. Everything is it's psychological warfare. It's constant, and they're constantly mind fucking everybody, telling everybody they're controlling everybody, telling everybody to do exactly what they want, and then they're winning. It's so fucked up.
It's very fucked up. Problem is though, so like that's why you can't take a side though, because both sides are doing it.
Yeah, right.
So like recently I've been floating more towards one side of it because I think one side is completely fucking irrational and evil. But still, nonetheless, I see on the side that I'm floating towards, I see their manipulation as well. And it's on both sides. And it reminds me of where I was before the Trump elections, re-election, sorry. Because I didn't vote in 2008, 2012, or 2016 because I was like, they're all fucking us. It's the elite versus the slave class, and we're part of the slave class, so fuck them. But then I saw how evil the Democrats were, so I voted for Trump. But still, it's manipulation from both sides. It's manipulation. Elite on the they think we're stupid. They think we're all stupid and emotional and poor, and like you really have to educate yourself because it's dog eat dog out there. They want to take complete advantage of you. Both sides do.
It does.
Absolutely, elites versus us.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's terrifying. Like what really sunk it in was somebody posted a meme of Jeff Bezos' net worth. It was like 250 billion or something, and they said he could give $1 million to everybody on the world, everybody on the planet, and still have like X amount of billions of dollars. That's wild. That's one person. Think about all the other, like Bill Gates and whoever. Like fucking JB Pritzker is a billionaire. That fat ass is worth like.
Really?
Yeah, wow. he's worth like $4 billion. His family has a lot of money. But, so like they're trying to tell us. They're trying to like tell the common folk how to live, and they're trying to like tell us what's best for us and what we should be doing. It's like you guys don't give a rat's ass about us. Period. And I'll never believe that you do.
Yeah, and even here in Texas, we got Ted Cruz, right? And
he's been saying some good shit.
Awesome.
Ted Cruz been saying some good shit, but hear me out here.
Okay.
Remember when Texas went through the big freeze and they lost their power, and then it was like 2 weeks with no power and shit? He and his family were in Mexico.
Yeah.
And then he came back, He got a whole lot of shit and heat from it because people found out and he got exposed. And he came back, and next thing you know, you're seeing him like pass out water and stuff at the grocery store or whatever. So he can say all that shit he wants, but he still took his privilege and got his fucking family out of Texas.
Yeah, but
himself and what?
Who else did that?
Well, that's. I mean, yeah, exactly.
What common person did that?
Oh, I'm sure there were, right? I'm sure there were, but they're not posing as someone who cares about the people, though, right? So like our government officials are in that position because we voted them in, because we think they're gonna be a part of our voice and take care of us, right? But he is taking his position and then flying his kids out of there and himself in an emergency time of Texas. That's
the better move would have been to fly his kids and wife out and say, I'm going to stay here and put my face out in the public and go help out. But like, there's only so much you can do, but you could pass out resources and you can like at least because in times of crises, people need like somebody to count on. They need like a superhero that's going to come in and make them feel better. And you take a position like Ted Cruz, you should look at it that way, which he did. I mean, he was pretty like realistic with his apology. He's like, look, like I was just trying to give my family some relief. I shouldn't have done it, but I did, and here I am. Like he fessed up to it. He didn't try to talk his way out.
That's a good point to make because a
Really
lot
privileged.
of politicians will do that.
Dude, Cuomo's
I can't believe he stayed in for so long.
well, and his fucking resignation speech was ridiculous. Like he didn't apologize once. He kept talking about like government needs to do this. This is a sham. You're gonna see a lot of stuff over the next week. Prepare yourself. Blah blah blah. Never apologized once.
And that's how shitty of a person he is. And that's how
Yeah.
much power got to him.
Yeah.
That he didn't.
Yeah, I
He
mean,
really
like-
doesn't care.
You
No.
do see the side, like, so I've been seeing a lot of clips about that, about like people in the media glorifying Cuomo over the last 2 years,
Oh, yeah.
especially. And then
I wrote a fucking book.
very
about how
recently,
people
since
COVID.
since he resigned, they're showing, I forget which side or which page it is, but they're like interviewing and showing people in the streets about what they think about Cuomo, and they like literally all races, all ages, all sexual preferences are like, fuck that. Get the fuck out of here. And they were, and then some of them were like, De Blasio, you're next. Like,
Yeah, dude. Suck 'em off.
but you'll never see that except for on these alternative like news source pages.
See, that's the problem too. That is not in mainstream media. It's only alternative. And then nobody cares about the alternative shit because they discredit it immediately. They're all, that's not real news. That's fake news. And it's just so bullshit because everybody puts so much faith into these news organizations that's constantly lie to you. And they feed you this propaganda over and over again. And that's all it is. It's just propaganda. And they just want you to think one way. And it's
Well,
constant lies.
Their goal
Non-stop lies.
their goal is not to feed you the news. Their goal is to get as many viewers as possible,
Right.
whatever that takes. And we saw that with
With
CNN.
an agenda, with a specific agenda. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, somebody's paying them,
Right.
there's definitely links between like the liberal elites and CNN.
Yeah.
They will come up with anything, and no matter how absurd it is, and they'll put it out there. And I can't believe people will go for it.
Well, you should see these comparison headlines for Trump versus Biden. I mean, there's like the same concept split in half, two different headlines for the New York Times or the Washington Post. It's just
Yeah.
complete and other manipulation of words. It could be the same story of the same concept, and it is said in two completely different ways. And that side just fucking eats it up, and but the problem is that these you just have one side versus the other. So you either subscribe to this side and you only look at that side, and fucking Brunton came up with this echo chamber thing, but like, you're in your echo chamber. You've refused to look at the other side. If you're a smart individual, you look at what the other side's saying, and you can still
Right.
disagree with it, but you still got to look at it.
Right.
And you still got to look at it, even if you disagree with it. You can't just stay on the one side and say, I agree with everything that's said here, and that's all I'm going to look at because this is the only thing that's right. That's exactly what the other side's doing. And so now you have two sides that think they're right, and they can't be wrong.
Well-
And that's not good at all.
No, it's like it's like you're saying, like you end up having to pick a side because I think most people are pretty in the middle with their views.
Right.
It's kind of like gay marriage. I might not like it, but if they want to get married, I don't really give a shit. Like abortion, like I don't agree with it, but I don't think I should tell someone else what to do with their life. Like I think most people with those topics are in the middle, but we're like so team oriented that you have to pick one or the other, even though you don't like totally agree with everything this side believes with, but you just know you don't want to be on the other side. And right off the bat, we're divided. It's crazy. Our entire existence is behind United We Stand. And we are so divided right now.
Well, now it's because, so it used to be, I think it used to be Republican versus Democrat, but now I think it's more of we've been lied with, like wokeism. I think we have one side that thinks they're woke because they're trying to be acceptive of all these new ideas, right? The CRT, the white supremacy, the defund the police, all these new ideas that makes them think they're woke. But then you have the other side who also thinks they're woke. But it's more in the sense of we are all being lied to. We are all being manipulated. Wake up and see that everything that you look at in the news is trying to push you in one direction. And so you have even different wokeism teams, right? It's fucked. It's
so fucked.
Well, and
super
fucked.
Like Matrix is broken.
They're so different that, like you're saying, like we cannot see the other side on some of these topics. You know, it's like the transgender. Like I think most people are aligned with, if you want to do it, I don't care, right? Leave the kids alone, make sure they're old enough before they make that decision. But if you want to do it, I don't care. It's when they get in your face and say, you must accept that there are an infinite amount of genders and I can be whichever one I want, whenever I want. The average person is like, I literally can't, like I can't fathom it. And then you have these two that are just butting heads.
Yeah. Yeah, the extremists get they're the loudest. And so
True.
Yeah, but the problem is the extremists are only 3% on each side of the bell curve, 3.4% on each side.
They're just the loudest, like you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Like
well, that's the echo chamber too.
So
So that's the echo chamber too, though. That's what you see. That's what you hear. That's what the echo chamber is that 3.4%.
Yeah.
Just pushing people. So like technology is great and all thing, internet amazing, but it's also, I think we're at the point of diminishing returns.
Yep.
To an extent, like it's getting to that point we don't know what's real, what's not real, and I think that's really getting people. It's really getting me because I'm questioning so many things, and I'm like we were saying, like I can't take sides on a lot of things because I see the opposite. I see both sides, and I'm like, I don't know what's real, what's not real. What is this? What's happening?
Well, and the worst part is you can never know. You can never know because is it possible? Like, okay, is it possible that Cuomo sexually assaulted all those people? Yes. Is it also possible that Cuomo has been framed so that some other person in power could kick him out and take his spot in power? And then there's a power play. 100%. If you look back at history, and all the plays, I mean, and even in our dramas, Game of Thrones, right? Every person of power is fighting against somebody else who wants their power and who is playing some sort of a manipulative game for their power. So it's just but us sitting here in Fort Worth, Texas, Peoria, Illinois, and Orlando, Florida, who the fuck are we to say? We will never ever know because we've never been there when any of that has happened. So there's literally no point in taking a side because you could believe one side and be completely fucking wrong. And even if you pick one side and then you are right, what's the benefit to you? You should just continue. Like we can do is continue to just go out and live our lives.
Yeah.
And essentially just ignore all that shit. So like it's almost like if it like it's there, but if we give it any attention, does it really exist? It's like if it's
but
the tree in the woods falling analogy.
But at some point, like what you have to figure out where you draw the line in terms of things that are worth paying attention to and things that aren't. Like they're really good at distracting us. Like that's where a lot of this stuff comes from. Like they're doing shit behind the scenes when they're putting something in front of our face on purpose.
Theater, yeah.
So it's like some things are not important. Like, dude, when you go to like the entertainment, it always blows my mind to think about the entertainment tab on like a news outlet. It's all just fucking gossip. or like People Magazine, or whatever, name it. Like that shit is like it's news and like it's entertaining to people for whatever reason, but it's fucking pointless. It doesn't do anything for our own lives and benefit, and we're like drooling and obsessing over people that like are probably pieces of shit anyway, Hollywood trash, and they don't care about us. Why do we care about them? But then there's also some stuff that we need to pay attention to, because like we're talking about shit hitting the fan. Like we want to know if there's things leading up to like something's about to go down. So I think there's a happy medium between like minding your own business and just going, because that's all we really can do. But we also have to be vigilant to what's happening.
Yeah, staying informed. Yeah.
It's a perfect example of explanation of my Twitter feed. I originally got it just to look at crypto, and then it slowly turned into, I would say at this point, probably like 60% crypto and then 40% news. But I would say that I would look at more liberal, middle of the spectrum news type stuff. But it literally sucks you in. And it's like you get all upset about the stuff that you have no control over. But it's like you see it and you know it's happening in certain places, and you don't want it to happen where you're at, So it's constantly, it's like, oh my gosh, this stuff is happening over in California, in Seattle, or wherever, New York, Illinois, and I don't want it here. It's just it's too much. It really is.
You guys know what stoicism is?
Stoicism?
You
wouldn't say I know the definition.
You wouldn't pronounce the C, but it derives from stoic. So like stoic,
it means you're indifferent.
No, it more so means logical over emotion.
Okay. Yeah. So yes, logic. 100%
Yeah,
logic.
It's just certain things like so, and then there's a practice of stoicism. It's basically a philosophy. I've been listening to a lot of these videos when I do cardio in the morning, and it just does different stuff where like it kind of helps you get your head around shit like we're talking about. Like this guy Marcus Aurelius was like one of these emperors who was like the last great emperor who's stoic.
One of the greatest. Yeah, I love Marcus Aurelius. Yeah.
And so he was saying like there's like life, it consists of two things you can control and things that you can't control. And we spend so much time focused, worried. He's pissed I'm not playing with him. Focused, worried, you name it, about things that are out of our control. And then so like our thought is essentially like it's a currency. He says it's like it's more valuable than money. You can make money back, you can't make back time and thought and all that stuff. So we're spending time worried about shit that it does nothing for our progression. But we all do it. It's just like a human flaw within our brain.
That's what fear is.
Well, it goes further. It goes further too, right? So when you're on your phone and you're wasting all that time looking at shit that you can't control, you're focused on that, and depending on like for however long, right? But that's actually going to trickle into your thoughts the rest of the day too. So you're actually taking it's a multiplier. It's a multiplier. So like it comes to show, like if you really aren't paying attention to what you're taking in or how. Or it's just like putting food in your body. You have to pay attention to what food you're putting in your body if you don't want to get fat or if you want to put on muscle, right? You got to pay attention to what's going into your mind too. Because if you're taking in an hour of negative news feed, you're actually going to be thinking about that for the rest of the day too. Not only that, but you're probably feeding a pathway to make you addicted to it, so that 1 hour is going to turn into an hour and a half, and then an hour and a half is going to turn into 2 hours, and then 2 hours are going to turn into 4 hours.
Slippery slope.
Yeah, cascading. Yes, slippery slope.
We're about to get shut off.
Seriously?
That's fast.
It says less than a minute, so at some point it's just going to abruptly close it.
Has it been 40 minutes already? My goodness.
That's fast. Dan, that kind of goes back. We were saying in our group chat earlier today. The CDC in Florida said there was over 50% more hospitalizations due to COVID than there really was.
Yeah, they're dropping immigrant.
Same concept. We're just being mind fucked with it. They feed us information that's not right, and we believe it's real. And then we go out throughout the rest of the day believing it's real, telling everybody, hey, this happened, this happened, this happened. It's not even real. And also everybody believes it when it's not real.
And it's all part of the plan.
It's all fucked up.
It's all part of the plan.
Put a pin in it, boys.
Every single minute, every single thing is being just planned exactly the way it is. All right, pins in it. That was sucks. I didn't even get through my second beer. I wish we had more time.
We'll do another one soon.
That was
Or
my
I
last
need to just get the upgrade here soon. Is probably what I'll do. You guys, can pay me back later for it.
one.
You can pay me in crypto.
We're
All right, boys.
$1.
Let's fucking go. On that,
Mahalo.
we'll end it.
$10 incoming.
XR